Shalom. Shalom.
All right, shalom, shalom. We're the Hebrew Israelites, and we come out here every week to prophesy the downfall of America, which is Babylon, according to the scriptures, which is also Sodom and Egypt in the Holy Scriptures. We're here to let Esau, Edom, whom the world has been giving it the hand into, that his kingdom is about to fall very soon. Okay, and we're seeing all the major signs that are moving towards this kingdom falling. And us as the prophets, which are throughout the four corners of the earth, wherever you may be, we are all speaking on one accord, which is the testimony of prophecy, which was the testimony of our Lord Yahweh Shai. All right, we're also out here to let the so-called Negroes, the so-called Hispanics, the so-called Native Americans know you are the true children of Israel according to the Holy Bible, and are the only nation of people that had that opportunity to repent and to receive salvation from the Heavenly Father Yahweh, whom this world ignorantly calls God, be it through his son Yahweh Shai. All right? So without further ado, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachakodash. Want to send double honor to the elders and apostles and the bishops at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, and safety is to the hopeful Ethiopium out there, wherever you may be, teaching his word. All right? Much love to the scattered elect and to the few sincere women out there, all right? And the scattered elect is you Israelites that may look like these heathen nations where you have been scattered, but by the seed of your father, you are an Israelite, all right? Don't matter if you look white, don't matter if you look like these heathen nations, if your father's bloodline goes back to Israel, you are an Israelite. So we're going to get into these scriptures, man. As we see, it's a lot of things going on right now, all right? You have this big, beautiful bill which is going on right now. That's a major thing, okay? Because with this bill, it's pretty much attacking the working class, all right? And in the sense of, you have individuals that are going to be losing their government benefits, okay? You're going to be taxed higher, all right? Pretty much, essentially, the 1% are going to be taxed less, while the working class is being taxed more. Okay, and at the same time, while the working class is being taxed more, we're not getting paid any more than what the jobs that we're at are given unto us. All right, so that's one major thing that's going on. Also, you have these floods in different parts of the states right now. Major floods, man. Okay, you have some in Texas, where you have over 120 people that are accounted for as being unalive, and over 160 something plus missing. Then in North Carolinas, you had that major flooding that went on over there, and as far as what I've seen as of late, you only have 6 casualties, but that was from a tropical storm that hit that coast. And then you have that major flooding that happened in Chicago. So there's a lot of stuff going on, okay? You cannot forget the wars and the rumors of wars that we've been seeing going on for at least the last year and a half, man. So the Most High is about to do some great things in this earth, and we're just seeing certain signs. We're going to get into it, let the Spirit flow, man. We're going to start from the top.
So 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Right, and we're measuring the times, all right? And how are we measuring the times? Through these prophecies. Because when you go into the book of Matthew, it tells us that there were going to be certain things that were going to be happening that was going to indicate that we're getting closer to the end of this society. All right? And some of those things that I had mentioned. You got it, brother.
It says, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Right, and he's visiting the world right now. Okay? Now there is going to be a great visitation, which that great visitation of Yahweh Shai is going to consist of mass destruction. It's going to consist of mass casualties. All right, but slowly but surely, with these different signs that we've been seeing, with these major floods, okay, with these different diseases that's been going on, the Most High is definitely visiting the world, man. And this is just the signs, as it says. Let's get it said, Egypt shall be visited with plagues. What is it?
Second Esdras 15.
Second Esdras 15. Is that kind? Let's get that. Yeah, and that's just showing you that this is just a repetition, not a reputation, a repeating of time. Okay, because it even mentioned during the times of Noah how the world was going, how you had people eating, drinking, making merry, scoffing the prophets, not believing in what was the prophet Noah was speaking. The same energies back here today. All right, Shalom. The same with Egypt. The same things that that Moses was prophesying about. All right, he was prophesying that this was going to happen, and he was given the power to execute miracles from the Heavenly Father. All right, so it's no difference, bro. If you have that.
This is Second Esdras. Second Esdras chapter 15 and verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before.
Right, it says with a mighty hand. All right, because when you go back into the excerpt of Egypt, when Moses was visiting Pharaoh, what was he? He was explaining to him, this is what was going to happen. You need to let Israel go, or pretty much there were going to be miracles that he was going to perform via, what was it, 10 plagues? You had the not in a specific order, but you had the blood, the streams of water turn into blood. You had the darkness that you can feel. All the firstborn, which was the last plague, all the firstborn of the land being unalive. You had the frogs filling the land, the locusts taking out all the produce. Okay,
the livestock being put to death. The hail, the fire from heaven.
What else?
Flies,
the flies,
the boils.
That's right. Yep. So, and this was just signs that showing that, hey, you need to let these people go, or it's gonna progressively get worse for you. All right. Now those same signs not exactly are back here today, but you do have similar signs. All right, going into the different pestilences and diseases that are flowing through this land. All right. You also have now what? You have the decaying of not the decaying, but you have the produce not being tended to. Why? Because that's another thing. The ice raids, right?
Yep.
Because you have workers that they won't even show up to the jobs now in fear for being snatched up, man. So it's leaving a whole lot of product and produce out there uncultivated, untouched, yep. and which is essentially going to lead into slowly leading into a famine, right? But these are different things that are going on to show you that this place is falling, man. Okay, and we must needs speak these things. But you got it, brother.
Let me see. I'm trying to see if there's more to this. Yeah. I'll read a little bit more. It says, they that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
If you want to speak on that verse,
no, it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. What does woe mean? Destruction. So these different signs, these different things that the Lord is showing, is he's letting us know that it's going to lead to what? Destruction. And it's going to lead to the destruction of the 2/3, to the destruction of Esau and his kingdom, and the rest of the heathen. Which Esau's fall is going to be the transition of Jacob coming up. But that's all I want to go. Second Esdras chapter 9 and start back in verse 3. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee.
Right, and we're seeing plenty of earthquakes. There was something that I meant to look into. I just seen it like a day ago, but allegedly there was like 300 mini earthquakes under Washington. And they were predicting a mega tsunami because of it. And I thought that was pretty. It was pretty interesting. It may have been clickbait, all right. But we do know, even outside of that, that there's earthquakes and different disasters, so-called natural disasters, going on throughout the earth. And I say so-called because the Lord orchestrates everything. All right. When you see tsunamis and hurricanes and these floodings, the Lord orchestrated all these things. All right. You're also seeing, and then what's leading into sedition slowly but surely is you got these once upon a time MAGA supporters that they're starting to get upset and they're starting to get frustrated and they're starting to speak out, man, because of who? DJT, who made all these promises that he was going to stop the war, that the price of eggs was going to go down, all right, that things were going to be changing for the better. And as soon as he got in office, what happened? None of that came to pass. But you see all those things increasing for the worse. So this is going to cause, like it says in 2nd Ezra, let's get it.
2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 16. For there should be sedition among men and invading one another.
Right. There should be sedition among men. And when you get into sedition, it goes into an opposition to the government. So they're not worried about, hey, I might go to jail if I don't decide to speak out or if I decide to. No, they don't care. People are losing it, man. People losing their mind and they're ready to tear things up, man.
Because not only do you have the former MAGA people who are upset at Trump for his false promises, but you also have all the protests and riots that spurred from the ICE deportations. And, now Trump is going to do more of a deportation, not only on the Northern Kingdom, but now he's talking about Haitians. Eventually, it's going to not just be Haitians, but it's going to be the Negroes that are here as well. What do you think is going to come from that? There's going to be more riots. There's going to be more protests. And so there's really becoming a sedition across the board on Edomites front and Jake front. Everybody is just mad at the government.
Yeah. This world is in utter chaos right now, man. Utter chaos. And then the fact that you mentioned that, then we'll move on. Even with the in order to be over here, if you're a so-called immigrant, you have to have that visa. Well, they got rid of that. They got rid of that just so they can have a reason to get rid of these people that have been holding up their country. This place is slowly but surely on a decline, man. Well, I won't even say slowly. At this point, things are rapidly moving.
Facts.
Right? You go ahead, though.
It says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Shall stand in their power. They don't care about the legislation no more. They don't care about going to jail. They don't care about, I might get beat down with a baton or I might get shot by the police. They don't care about that no more. All right? But think about this. Right now, as you see things are somewhat normal, wherever you may be, it's going to be chaotic everywhere, man. All right? Things are somewhat calm now, and this is why a lot of people are not really making a major uproar, because you're able to still go to work, you're able to still go down to the corner store and grab your fifth Jose Cuervo or do whatever it is that you like to do. But things are getting worse, man. Okay?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, brother,
I'm gonna grab a precept real quick. Okay, in the midst. Okay. Right? And this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, and verse 18, which says, where there is no vision, the people perish, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he. All right, and that vision going into prophecies, man. And because the prophets, starting with the elders and apostles here at Great Millstone on down, I say starting with the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, have been talking about this for 30, 40 plus years, man. The same things that we see coming to pass now is the same thing that they were talking about. And why is the reason for that? So that our people, these people on the sign, may turn from their wickedness, repent, and turn unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai and give heed unto what's going on around them. Okay?
2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
Right, and when it says the victual shall be so cheap upon earth, and I looked into it, it means plenteousness of a substance. right? So you know when you see like things are looking good,
Yeah.
things are looking good. You don't see the you don't. No, I mean you seem to probably seen the videos on YouTube or Instagram, whatever platform. You're seeing people showing the shelves being empty, but then when you go in the store, you don't necessarily see them empty.
Yeah.
So you think, oh, okay, well that's just over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's no worries. But then it says, what evils shall grow upon the earth? And what are those evils? Those evils is going into what? You continuing to believe that you're in a good state. You continue to live how you want to live. Therefore, not giving credence to the scriptures or what you've been seeing on the news.
Yeah.
Like, nah, that's, that's not everywhere. They don't know what they're talking about. You go ahead.
And that goes into the day of the Lord coming like a thief in the night. Because while things are cool, wherever we may be, that doesn't mean that these prophecies aren't coming to pass and that they're not going to hit home for us.
Right.
So we have to stay mentally prepared and keep in mind that this is going to affect each and every one of us. We're going to see it right in front of our face, not just on our phones, not just on the news. This is going to be an experience.
So, quick precept. This is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. It says, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. And it says that we walk circumspectly.
That word redeem means,
right? Yeah, we can get that.
What
that
was
was Ephesians 5 and verse 16 as far as the redeeming. And when you get into circumspectly, it means to what? To look around, all right? To look in a circle, right? Or you hear people say in the world, keeping your head on a swivel, right? Now this is not just for the prophets and the men of the Lord, but this is also for those that adhere to prophecy. We got to make sure that we're looking around, all right? And for those that may not be looking around, this is the purpose of the Lord sending out the prophets, man. Look around, look to see what's going on, man, because there's moves that are being made that is going to affect how you live on your everyday basis, man. All of us, not just those listening, but all of us. Okay?
This definition is fire, bro. So, Strong G1805, I'm just going to get straight to the point. It says to make wise and sacred use of every opportunity for doing good, so that zeal and well-doing are as it were the purchase money by which we make the time our own. So it's making the most of all these opportunities, making the most of this time because the days are evil.
The days are, yeah.
So knowing that these things are going to hit home, knowing that these things are going to get worse, what should we be doing with the time that we have right now? That's fire.
Let's get 2 Peter 3 on for that. I believe it's 3 and 12. All holy conversation and godliness.
This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
We could probably go up just a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe a verse or two.
I'll start at verse 9.
Okay.
It says, 2 Peter 3 and 9. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness.
Yeah, the Lord is not slack. And what is the promises? What's been promised ultimately unto the nation of Israel? Salvation, a kingdom, peace. All right? But before that, a chance to repent. All right? Amongst many things. But it says that the Most High's promises are not slack. All right? Because before that, it mentioned about the Lord is long-suffering. So this is why it mentioned right after that the Lord is not slack concerning his promises. That long-suffering means that you're going to have to endure something for a period of time. Right? And right now we're having to endure the tribulations of where we're living at. All right? But the Most High is not slack concerning his promise as we do. Right? We'll say we're going to do something tomorrow. Then tomorrow come like, damn, I'll do it later. The Most High said when he said he's going to do it, he's going to do it. You go ahead.
It says, but it's long suffering to usward.
Oh, that's okay.
Slacky.
No, you good. I thought it was before that, but it's actually after.
Okay. It says the Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish.
Not willing that any should perish. So though he is long suffering, he's causing us. He's causing us to suffer, causing us to have to face adversity, to walk through the flames of adversity, and to endure things. Not that we should fall off and be like, man, I'm tired. But
that all should come to repentance.
But that we should come to repentance, all right? Not just the ones that are teaching, but to the Israelites that are out there, namely to the elect, okay?
But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night,
Yep.
in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
Right, the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up, man. All right? So when you see the alphabet community is striving, and we just had a, I ain't gonna say we, I'll say Omaha. I say Omaha just recently, within the last couple of days, had their own pride parade. All right? And you see that major one over there in Tel Aviv, and that was in Tel Aviv, in the land, in our homeland, that's going on, that went on. All right? What's that? What they call it? Pink City. All right? Also, what you have lack of order everywhere you go. Nobody's listening. Nobody's observing Yahweh Shema Shai's word. Nobody's doing nothing that he told them to do. Okay? And then you see and why is that? Because Esau had turned everything upside down and created his own laws that he had prescribed to turn away the right of the needy, man. Go ahead.
It says, but the day of the Lord, Salaki. Verse 11.
They agree that again.
Okay. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
And that's that thermonuclear destruction, all right, which is going to melt all the elements, right? And everything and everybody's made of elements. You know, I was watching I seen a clip the other day where they were showing them. They asked, they did like an AI type of simulation, saying that would you be able to survive a nuclear attack? Which they say, no, you can survive. You can survive a missile. It's the fallout that you wouldn't be able to survive if you don't have the proper shelter, right? But they do say that if you happen to be within the blast radius of one of these missiles, that you don't even have to directly get hit with the missile. The wind itself, which they said moves like 10 times faster than the speed of sound, that'll blow all the flesh off of your bones, man. So this is what the Most High has prescribed for this place and certain places around the world. Thermonuclear destruction, and this is why we're out here constantly. We have to warn, man. We have to speak this truth. We have, and also while we teach about this, about the thermonuclear destruction, the MOTB, things of that such, we also have to teach it a name. Because if we don't teach about the name, then how will the nation of Israel be preserved? Because it says there's no other name under heaven whereby men must be saved.
Yep. It says the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and are safe.
You know, so we have an obligation. But let's continue.
It says the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought you to be in all holy conversation and godly?
Redeeming those times, because the days are evil. All right? So I mean, all of us taking advantage of the godly opportunities that are presented unto us. All right? Taking advantage of the time that we have, you know? All right? But yeah, that's all. Okay. Unless you want to point on that.
Can I read this last verse?
Yeah. Go ahead.
It says, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High.
Yeah. Wherein
the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
And we're definitely looking forward to it.
Yep.
We're looking forward to it, man. Right? And all the prophets, you know, all the men of the Lord, as it says in Romans 15 verse 4, it says that all things were written aforetime, were written for our learning. One thing that we learned is that every prophet in their generations, they were vexed with the filthy conversation of those that were around them. And what did they all ask? Lord, how long? Meaning that they're hasting in the day, you know, and the same in this generation too. You know, now, you know, you have some scoffers out there, they'll talk about the apostles and elders saying how, you know, talking about the 2000 doctrine. When they were prophesying, or they were hastening unto the day then, saying that 2000 is going to be the year. That was them being fervent in the spirit and ready for this to be over with so we can be in peace again, man. There's no peace on this earth. All right? So we're in that same like-minded spirit, man. All right, we can go go back to that second Ezra 9. Yeah.
Second Ezra chapter 9 and verse 5. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
Right, and the end is manifest. It's made known. How is it made known? Through the prophecies. Okay? And right now, America, I believe they said it's like in this 249th year. Right? So when you do the research, so I did this research like a week ago, but I've heard different brothers and stuff talk about it. You know, is the average time of an empire is around 250 some years, man. And America is you right there. You're knocking at the door, man. All right. Now let's say it's not exactly 250 years. Let's say it's 251 years, 252 years. We're still in that pocket. Okay? And how do we know that? Because of the prophecies, man. And these and like it says in Ezra's that let's get that woman in travail, right? You're not going to be able to stop these birth pains eventually until you have that baby, and that baby that's going to be birthed here in Babylon the Great is destruction. All right. I think it's I can't remember if it's chapter 2 or
I thought it was 4.
Might be 4. Might be 4.
But I'm not seeing it.
So like towards the end.
Okay.
But this is why it says that we what does it say that I know therefore I speak. All right, we believe therefore we speak. Okay, because we seen the things that the prophets had went through, that the different men of the Lord had went through before the empire fell. They prophesied of it, and then what happened? If it collapsed. The same thing, you have those prophets here and today rising up early and doing the same things. Right? You got that?
Yeah. Second Ezra chapter 4 verse 40. So he answered me and said, Go thy way to a woman with child, and ask of her when she has fulfilled her 9 months, if her womb may keep the birth any longer within her. Then said I, No, Lord, that can she not. And he said unto me, In the grave the chambers of souls are like the womb of a woman. For like as a woman that travaileth maketh haste to escape the necessity of the travail, even so do these places haste to deliver those things that are committed unto them.
Right. So a pregnant woman, for a little while, she don't have really too many problems. When she gets further along in that pregnancy, then she starts to feel contraction. She starts to feel tightness in her stomach. All right. And then eventually you start feeling those contractions in the later stage of that pregnancy, getting closer and closer, more extreme. And this is talking about those prophecies. As time has been going on and we're getting closer to the end, those prophecies are getting more and more rapid. All right, they're getting closer and closer where people are starting to feel it. And America can't escape these labor pains, man. All right, so we're getting closer and closer to that birth of destruction coming for Babylon the Great. You cannot stop these prophecies from coming to pass, man.
Back in 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 6, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs.
Right, and these are plain. Why? Because there's a lot of evidence out there proving what the prophets are speaking are right. Like when we speak about the MOTB is a very important prophecy. Now you see so many things going digital. You see AI becoming more and more advanced. You see people starting to rely on this. Certain people already have the MOTB and they're utilizing and showing the convenience of it. Like you can't deny that. You can't deny that. All right, you got Esau Edom even knows. Esau Edom put out there about the buying and selling, not buying and selling. Okay, read that again, Baba Gashah, that last part.
It says, even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings.
There we go. That's it. That's what I wanted. The plain beginnings, right? Because it's evident. It's right in front of our faces, man. But also, that's why there's an importance of a prophet, as we brought out the book of Proverbs, 29 chapter and 18 verse, where no vision is, the people perish. is because damn, I've lost my train of thought that fast. Some
To the prophets.
there's something that was read in there. That very last part.
I just read it.
Oh, the plain beginnings, right? Because it goes in going into Habakkuk, where it says to make it plain upon tables.
I got that. That's what I was looking into. Woo. I got that. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2. It says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon table.
Right, make these prophecies plain to the people, man. Specifically to the Israelites, but for the whole world, because we on these different platforms. Make it plain to be understood, you know, and to show that the words of the Yahweh Shem Yahushua are faithful and true. We're making it easy to be understood. Okay.
It goes into the Hebrew word ba'ar, and it says to make plain, distinct, to make clear, to declare letters on a tablet. And then at the end of the day, because going into the rest of the precept, it says that he may run that readeth. You know, I'm going to get the NLT as well. It says, then the Lord said to me, write my answers plainly on tablets so that a runner can carry the correct message to others, man. So that he that run may read it, they can understand it. Because a lot of people have have the Bible, they got it on their dashboard. They got it on that glass table in the middle of their house. They might have it on an entertainment stand, wherever it may be. And they might read it even, but they don't have the understanding. So, like he's speaking about, as far as the MOTB being the RFID microchip, all right, it's plain. The end of this place is plain. Esau is the devil. It's plain. We're the Israelites. It's plain. But it really goes into the ones who can truly understand it. Because a lot of people, we've been out here for years through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. If it was plain enough for everybody to understand it and get it, then the elect will be sealed right now for the most part. Right. You know what I'm saying? So when it said, what did it say in Esdras? What is that, verse 6? I wanted to get on the GMT.
Chapter 9, verse 6. You want me to read it again?
Yeah.
Okay. Second Esdras 9 and 6. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works.
Yeah, just like even when he created the heavens and the earth. It's this. Look, here it is. He created the sun, created the moon, he created the stars. Then he challenged anybody, predominantly Esau, and said, look, if you can get rid of these ordinances, then I'll do away with the people of Israel. Where they actually try to blow up the sun, had plans on blocking it out, blowing up the moon and all of that. Like, they like, okay, I accept. You know what I'm saying? But then they'll tell you it came out of a big bang and all of that. You know? What it is, they just pulling things out of nowhere, all right, and trying to give you their doctrine to be a God unto you. I was thinking about that earlier, man. That's Esau's whole MO right now. Is to be, Mike got your whip, bro. Is to be present himself as a God in the eyes of the people, man. All right. That's why I like the movie 300. When here it is, Leonidas got to the point where he's like, well, I ain't gonna make it back, but at least I can show that this man is just a man. The same with the movie 10,000 BC. You know what I'm saying? They everybody was all scared of this dude, and they was fearful of him, but it was reverence. They respect him. That's the fear that they had. So they pretty much minded what he said, did what he said. But old boy threw that spear and hit him in his stomach. That boy fell down about 49 stairs. It's just a regular white man. Just a regular white man. But that's what this truth is to Esau. That's what this truth is to this society, this system. All right, it's a spirit right under the fifth rib, man. Okay? And now it's being hit by it. And what are they doing? They pulled it out, you know? but there's no balm or no ointment that can heal it, man. All right, so it's slowly dying out, but like the brother said earlier, rapidly. All right, they keep covering it. Yo, get some more. Oh, give me that T-shirt. Get a pair of pants. They just whatever can stop it from bleeding, so they can survive. But all in all, we done pierced the organ, man. Okay, and it ain't no stopping it. All right, ain't no stopping it. It's no bouncing back, no defibrillator, clear. None of that's. It's done. You know. Con.
The wind blew my page away. All right. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. It says, "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds." Con. "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds."
Yeah, because our weapons are the scriptures, man. Okay? It's a two-edged sword. All right? Piercing the soul, even the marrow. Okay? That's why through the spirit, when we're up here, we're reading, people leaving crazy comments because of the word. You know, it ain't these niggas don't know nothing, and that comes out, but all of that is because the word is cutting. You know, we ain't get together and be like, hey, we should tell everybody that we the Israelites. I think they really hate that idea. No, it was all through the spirit, man. How this is happening. Okay? So like it said, the NLT, I'm gonna read that once more. Habakkuk 2:2, it says, "Then the Lord said to me, write my answers plainly on tablets so that a runner can carry the correct message to others," man. All right? The correct message. Not any message, but the correct message, the gospel, the good news, man. Okay? That this place is going, hey, 2nd Ezra 6:9. For Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is it that followeth, man. Now we just in a position where the devil is showing his horns. You know? I mean, we always tell people, well, it's just known you can only fake it for so long. Eventually, the real you is going to come out.
So Revelation chapter 12, verse 12 says, "Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time."
Exactly, man. The devil mean who? Esau, Edom. All right? Why? Because he's a deceiver. He's going about the world deceiving the world. Okay? Oh, we got to stop Gaddafi. He's hurting his people. We got to go over here. They over in Iraq and Afghanistan. We got to hurt there. Oh, 9/11. Oh. You know? Now, we got to get these immigrants out. You know? Here it is. They got a sign up for alligator Alcatraz, and you got Edomites posing in front of it, taking pictures. Got their sign out there, all, you know what I'm saying? But nobody has a problem with that, because all of a sudden they bring this tension about immigrants, and everybody hates Hispanics now. You know, everybody. But like people been saying, what about the Chinese, and what about the East Indians and the Arabians and all of these other immigrants, man? But hey, it's Jacob's trouble. Once again, we are in those times, man. Like I said, plain beginnings and wondrous works and of signs. This is part of the signs of the end. Uproars of the people, wars and rumors of wars.
It's ironic that all of a sudden they want to get rid of immigrants, but they've been attacking that, but now it's propaganda because at the same time these AI robots is working at McDonald's and all that, so they don't need them immigrants anymore.
That's a beautiful point. Because now I'm thinking about how a lot of the immigrants and everything, they be on these farmlands. And I forget the name of the movie. It was some cartoon movie I was watching with my little ones. But they had robots. They had they had robots in the field, man. in the field tending to the trees and picking the fruit off of the trees, you know? But that is a beautiful point. How ironic. Now you don't need them because you got robots or humanoids, AI technology replacing them. They slowly brought it in. You used to call, hit 0 to talk to the operator. Yeah, y'all done messed up my check. Blah, 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 blah. Now you gotta hit 0 and it'll still send you through the automated message. You gotta hit 0 a few more times if you want to get straight through. Then it tell you this. Well, I'm gonna need a little bit more information. Like, come on, man. Oh, I can't help you with that. Then it hangs up on you. You know, that was the start of it. A lot of people was dealing with those telemarketing jobs and those, you know, pretty much sitting down and dealing with helping you out. But hey, AI, like another brother sent me. I remember a brother sent it a while back about the battle rap. There was a battle rapper going against the AI robot, and the robot was just rebuttaling everything, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So it's like anything you have a question to, it'll have an answer based off of the information that it has, man.
And I was thinking that with these podcasters, man, that's sitting on here. You got this guy Saint sitting on here going at the Israelite, and he's just allowing them to say things, and he's leading into the answers that he wants. Information. I'm like, man, that dude could be downloading call and answer for AI. That's a conversation AI can watch and then say, okay, I can emulate how Israelite will act based off the information that this guy was having them provide based off the question he was asking. All right, because he was asking some very specific, low level questions. You know what I'm saying? I can't, you know what I'm saying? What are you here for? What's your purpose? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Everybody else knows.
Yep.
All right.
It's not like that's the.
Man, appreciate it.
It's not like this is new or this is fresh. You know what I'm saying? It's been around through the spirit, man. Okay. To where you got comedians speaking about it, you got it in games. Well, I think that was like a parody thing, you know. But in movies, TV shows, you know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna. I did a lesson over the chariots, man, and it's saying how. Because I remember back in 2020, the government was so willing to release documents. Here it is, you got documents from decades ago, but all of a sudden you want to release them now. Well, what was going on in 2020? You know, the pandemic. All right, could have been a distraction, but all in all, also what? You can't control that. So you gotta what? Try to spin it so you can control the narrative, man. Because more and more sightings start happening. They started to get more visible. Started to come down lower. Do more things that you can't emulate or imitate with your technology. Oh, that was just a balloon. Oh, that was a new jet we working on. All of this, no. And that's just now. But when they really start showing up and they just sitting there, you know, hovering over a big city or something like that, man, then everybody's going to really understand that it's real. All right?
Yeah, I got something now looking up real quick. I looked up an AI overview says supercomputers with their immense processing power and storage capacity can indeed be used to store and analyze internet traffic data, particularly for cybersecurity purposes. I know this seems like it's a little off-brand of a statement to make, but that's alluring to the point I was saying with the saints, sinners, and all this AI. The AI, like you said, the AI was rebuttaling everything that the battle was saying, meaning that the AI can't go off of a blank slate. What it does, it's a supercomputer. So what it does, it just like Willow, it processes the probability of everything in the matter. You know what I'm saying? But it can't create life so-called like the Big Bang Theory. You can't redo it. It could emulate what Earth did and then try to create another situation, but it can't sit there and create from nothing. Yeah. All right. And so, with that being said, how is AI doing all this, answering all these questions? It's from the traffic of the internet, man. I think AI knows all this and formulating pictures. Now they're telling you with AI, send a picture in to tell me what you really want to look at. Y'all putting in all these questions and things like that. And AI is taking it from Mike off in Afghanistan, or Oleg off in Russia. All right, all this information just pumping through the internet and it's being consolidated. That's why AI is being used like Google, because it's pretty much harboring all the information. But the thing about AI is that it's only going off information that's provided, not what actually happened. You know what I'm saying? AI is really living the internet life. Like the AI can tell you what a nigga woman look like. You know?
Yeah.
Because hey, I guarantee, and they got it down pat. Why? Because nigga woman's all over the internet doing nigga woman stuff. So when you need when the AI, because like try to think of can't say like the Amish or something. They know about them. They got like a good idea, but you get like people that a civilization or a thing that's not on the internet. AI ain't gonna be able to describe it, man, because there's no information available. If there's no traffic of that information going on the internet, there's no way to analyze it. You know, and that's why Esau wants to put everybody on the internet, be it through the MOTP, man. All right, because that plugs you into the network, right? And that's the thing that they're trying to combine humans and machines and make them cyborg in an indirect way. All right, they got you falling, they got you getting a relationship, be it through AI. AI, you know, what's the probability of me getting married and shit? You start talking to it, asking it for advice. AI can map out your day. All right, you can put all your shit, your to-do list in your AI, and then say, hey, this is the best time, this is the best time. You know what I'm saying? And people just see that it's like, I don't need AI. I can do that on my own and just makes life easier. Hey, so did the cell phone at a point. Okay? Everybody needs it now. Because not only do you need it because of how you was trained, but how society has went along with it, you know, and they was gonna do it on purpose. They are automatically they're getting rid of money. Okay, like you can't go to certain places and pull out some money. You literally can't go certain places and pull out some money and use it. You literally can't do certain things that was normal, and you gotta be all digital. You can't go to no Dunkin' Donuts with cash in your pocket with no cell phone. Your ass get beat up and robbed and run into a Dunkin' Donuts. All you're gonna be you're gonna be assed out, man. You know, because you're gonna need some cash on you. But at the end of the day, you know that's what Esau's trying to go into from the social. He's trying to have it data used. He's trying to have money data. He's trying to take where he could take the gold, and they're gonna use the gold for what they want, but they want the money to be data, man. You know, just like you got all these gigs, your ass doing all this on your phone, and then you max out your phone, and then you gotta do what? You gotta buy more data. You know, and your life is gonna be based off of that, man. It's gonna be interacting with machine, and machine is going to tell you what to do. It's like going to a vending machine to tell you what your day is gonna be like. You know, that's how Esau wanted to be, so that way he could regulate, because he's not a
That's the word.
he's not a humanitarian. He's not a person that can empathize. He has to deal with numbers. All right. If I give you 5 apples, that'll make you happy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm only gonna give you 5 apples. Every time you get mad, your vitals get mad. I'm gonna ship you 5 apples. Then that's why when you be at jobs, they'll sit there and fuck over you, but then they want to have a company dinner. They really don't care. They just know that's the 5 apples that'll set your ass straight mathematically. It's a mathematical thing to that. You know, it's a calculated thing. They send your ass birthday cards, give you some chicken wings, $20 here. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't care. They just need you to keep working. And this is based off their research. This is how to keep you working. Now, after a while, they don't know when you get mad. So they got to set their company dinner probably like every quarter. You know what I'm saying? They got to set certain perks in spaces. But imagine when you know niggas' morale start dropping and you can keep on pushing it back up where you need it to be immediately, individually. You got Mike. He had a bad day at work, and after his clock out, he get an apple. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna keep you going and shit. They're gonna calculate everything, man. That's all they want to do. They want to see when you low. They want to see when you disturbed. They want to see what makes you disturbed. Okay.
And I was just looking up something like as far as the AI and how it's the data collecting. You know, like you were speaking of. Ran into this on GWI.com. It says and the title of it is, let me see. It's a lot here. I'm just get straight to it. It says when it comes to the market research, AI's potential lies in enhancing human insights, not replacing them, working in tandem with human data to unlock transformative insights that drive real-world decisions is the real power of AI in the market research. So pretty much they like the brother was mentioning, that data on all these different platforms that we're using, social media, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is that you use, like the brother was mentioning, it's just seeing how people think, how people act, where people are, so on and so forth, and it just it's like an advanced version of how humans would think, but not so much off to where it's like, okay, well, I can see why I would say that, because it's just collecting the way that we think, the way that we do things, you know. So I just want to bring that out real quick. That was I found that pretty interesting, man.
Yeah. So they're pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Because Esau, like I say, he's not empathetic towards humans. He don't know how to let a nigga off. Like, I'm doing too much. He's trying to find a way to keep doing what he's doing and keep you happy at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And if it comes down to just getting you out of the pocket and then putting a machine there, he'll do that. He don't really care about humans. He just care about getting the job done.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Like you said, put that machine there. Like, well, you wanted rest here. You could technically rest for the rest of your life, and I'll just give you this universal base income.
Yeah. And then once you do that, you're treated like shit. You know?
Yeah, because now you're solely dependent on it. Now, they don't need. It's been 5 years and shit, and now they didn't replace damn near everybody they need to replace. So what job you gonna go get? You know what I'm saying? Ain't no job to go get.
That reminds me of that quote where he said, "You will own nothing and be happy." That Klaus Schwab said.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
He's just gonna give you amenities to hold you over, while they just ripping everything from you.
So I was looking up that because the thing about them, like the thing about supercomputers, everything you Googling, looking up, talking about blogs, because a vlog, a paragraph vlog in itself can farm internet traffic. Okay, so when you have a site, one of the most important things to your internet site is your vlog. The reason is that your vlog is meant to have a bunch of keywords and buzzwords, and that pulls up traffic. So when somebody, say I got a vlog talking about fighting, and I say it helps with self-defense, close like the military, can help you with confidence, even your kids, all these buzzwords, kids, military, account, confidence. And if anybody types confidence up in their computer, it'll involve that website based off of his vlog. Okay, so my point is that that's a way that they could direct traffic, and that's how the algorithm works. All right, but now it's AI powered, and not only is it AI, but you got Willow, You got 7G, or 5G, and then you got all this, information in this supercomputer. So when you go on the internet, even when you're scrolling, that's information being downloaded. How fast people swipe, that'll let them know to make videos shorter or longer. You know what I'm saying? How much people watch videos, where your eyes go when you're watching videos. All right.
Because they be asking you sometimes, like when you reset your phone, it'll ask you permission, if you would like to send your information to the data analysis. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't got it to the point where they know how often people plug up their phone, not letting it go dead by age brackets, pretty much. They is really, and it kind of remind me of that book you've been bringing out, how they sat there and just went through a bunch of things studying, instead of just using just Israelites, they using everybody, man. Because they treating y'all like y'all nobodies, even if they own nation, man.
Yeah, you ain't got to go on a computer. You got your phone, so you're constantly information's being downloaded. Not only that, but voice recognition, your mic on your phone, they can hear that. All right, and they're downloading, they're keeping all that information and using supercomputers to analyze it and come up with a conclusion. Okay, this neighborhood, they're dangerous. This neighborhood, they're going to be productive one day. You know what I'm saying? This neighborhood's gonna cost a lot of money with gas, because I see cell phones going from over north to out west every day from this area. This area pulls a lot of traffic. All right, and that's all that being quantified, all that, and they just want to put that phone inside of you. The same thing all this phone does. You know what I'm saying? You need this phone. You're gonna need it after a while. Especially when you got credit card scammers, people try to get away from credit cards. You just take your phone, bling, bling. That's going to be the same thing. All right? All this data on this phone. My Instagram will be different from all these brothers on the same damn site. My scrolling, it ain't because of who I follow. It's based off the algorithm. It fits your personality.
If you click search and not click search, it's going to be different. It might be something similar, but it's based off of, yours might have a lot of boxing stuff. Mine might have a lot of workout stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because it's everybody. That's why they keep talking about data centers. They constantly talking about data centers because they want to have everything in one hub, so it's it's better to be controlled and analyzed, man.
But there's a data center out here, First Data. Got hella supercomputers up in there. The one that's on the 72nd Pacific. That's a facility full of supercomputers. You know what I'm saying? But I was looking this up. It says, I looked up Willow and social media. Okay, Willow supercomputer social media says several companies use Willow in their name or services, including one focused on computer services and another on social media management. Willow Computer Services Incorporated, based in Philadelphia, provides hardware and software solutions, including systems analysis, designs, programming, installation, configuration, and training. It says they recommend specific computer specifications for business settings, but I go to Willow Social Media Management Tool. This company offers an AI-powered social media management tool designed for B2B service providers, especially those with limited time for content creation. Their services include AI-powered caption generated, quarterly social media calendars, post optimization, content inspiration, and expert coaching. The aim to simplify social media management, enabling users to create and schedule content efficiently. So pretty much the AI and the Willow matches your personality. Okay, so they follow you. This is a computer that has time to follow every single nigga specifically on planet Earth to give you what you like. So if it has that ability to watch you that much, to know what you like, then it's gonna know everything else. It's like a relationship. There's not too many people in this world that can make you laugh. Willow can. You know what I'm saying? There's not too many people in this world that know the foods that you like. Willow does. You know? So now you're getting this relationship with a damn computer because it know you more than anybody else because you're giving it all your information. But it really don't know your inner man. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing it can't touch, and that's what the MOTB is going to do because they ain't going to know. You may be laughing something to laugh a pain away. That Willow don't know your pain. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could have said something to you, could have stressed you out. Willow don't know how to connect to that part. But the MOTB will give that element, all right, to know your emotional levels, your intentions, and you know what I'm saying? Willow could kind of predict it. Your ass start looking up how to make a pipe bomb on the internet and shit. You're gonna be like, this nigga's getting dangerous. You know what I'm saying? But when somebody talks to you crazy and you look at him like, man, I want to fucking chop this nigga head off. You know what I'm saying? But you be like, fuck it. They don't know that you you got anger issues or you're a potential problem. Willow don't know that because you're not putting that on the internet. But the MOTB is going to be the internet inside you, right? So it's going to know how you feel.
Reading your vitals and all of that.
Yep, because, hey, how we know? These Apple Watches do the same thing. You put that motherfucker on, you've been sitting down for a long time, tell you, stand up, you need to breathe.
Yep.
You know? Hey, you feeling kind of low today. Your vibration is off. You should go for a walk. You know what I'm saying? Imagine you waking up based off your sleep and your past week and yesterday. This is what you should do today. This is make your day most effective. Now Esau asked what happens to where if you don't accomplish these things, you may not get certain data points and shit like that. You're not living like an upstanding human being based off the carbon footprint and what Gil Bates say, and then based off of what you're doing, this is what you need to do today. All right? You normally go to the store, get you some donuts, and then you stop by Mama's. You know what I'm saying? Then y'all like to drink liquor and do this. Today your carbon footprint was this much. Here's a suggestion. How about you digitally call your mom? I'll give you a window of time for that. I'll give you enough gas to go get you some food, some groceries, instead of getting you some donuts, and they'll tell you what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
You know? And if you don't want to do it, then they'll shut you down. Just like they can shut down a bank account, they're going to be able to shut down that chip. Your ass won't be able to buy and sell, save you to have the mark. Not buy and sell, they save you to have the mark, but because you get it, it's going to regulate, whether you're rich or poor, dead or alive, they're going to play the most high. You know?
Oh, I got that precept too, bro. It says, Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4. It says, I go to 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed.
That falling away was us. You know what I'm saying? Being pushed out into the wilderness during the time of Rome, 90 AD. We had to fall. You know what I'm saying? Because even Peter said, when shall heaven be restored? Because they thought Yahweh Shah was going to, restore us then. But that falling away had to happen. It was a simultaneous thing. Okay? When we went down because Esau showed his horn and said, nigga, I'm about to wipe y'all niggas out. All right? Rome pretty much got so chaotic, but it got so strong that it really didn't need all these people. They started messing over people, man. You know? Especially through Nero. He wanted to build a pool. He was getting tyrannical. Same way Trump is, man. You know?
Hey, just as Nero was hated, so is Trump hated. Everybody, MAGA. And now they like, man, this nigga ain't shit.
Yeah. It's a mixed multitude, really. And the feelings are strong on each side. You know what I'm saying? I can't hear you.
2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
Yeah, and that man of sin is Esau, the so-called white man. All right? That son of the perdition, of destruction. Okay? Once Esau get a certain level of power, he's just gonna mow you over. He don't care. Look at how capitalism works, man. Look at Walmart. They don't care about mom and pop stores. They don't care about everybody else making they do. America was built off of everybody should be able to get a chance. And once they got, pretty much it wasn't about that. It was about, let's start this. All right, every fucking England's monarch is set up, Afghanistan set up. There's no way for me as a regular nigga to work off the sweat of my brow and build up an empire like these guys. So we're going to create a system that allows that for all of us. And therefore they created the idea of America separating church and state and all that, you know. And now it's ironic they try to put everything under the same umbrella.
Yeah.
You know? But they separated church and state. Oh, you get a business, you get a business. If you could work and find some gold and find some beaver pelts and all that, and you work hard enough and you sell enough, you can start your own business. Nobody's gonna stop you. You don't need no certificates. And now look at this motherfucker being ran just like England, man. All right, the same reason y'all came over is because y'all pilgrims was bums, and you couldn't, not bums, but that's the story they could project. These niggas was hurt and they couldn't. You pretty much, everybody had the lion's share of everything, so there's no way for you to say, I'm gonna start a business. I'm gonna start a TV company. It is. They got CNN, BBC, BET. They got everything sold up. What can you create that's gonna, you know? So they had to go to another country and establish their own tobacco companies, gold companies, pelts, sugar companies, rice companies, and they used the land to do that. And once they became rich off of that, then they became the new fucking England, man, and shut it down. All right, the Carnegies. That's why I wanted to send that to y'all brothers. We do some research on John Marks. You know what I'm saying? That's the CIA guy that exposed the CIA, I believe. We want to, you know, just putting that out there while it's on the spirit, you know. But pretty much they didn't got the what you call that guy, Chase Bank, JP Morgans. You know what I'm saying? These guys created monopolies for resources because that's the real money. All right. Once they got that oil, they started. You know, they really had one big ass oil company. And then because of their own rules to not be having a monopoly is pretty much saying that one company runs, you're the only company that serves this product in America. They don't allow that to happen because they want to give everybody a chance, so they don't want the most powerful person. But again, Esau set rules up to make it look like it's fair because he then, instead of having one big ass oil company, they just took that same oil company and just broke it down into parts and just renamed it all. Shell, you know, BP, all that's under the same fucking company. Just like, you know, you may think it's not a monopoly on fucking milk, but it's all the same damn milk. It's all the same milk. One nigga is really behind all that. It's just other people willing to say, I take a load to represent your milk. I'll do this and represent your company. I'll take a piece of it. So BP says, you know, it's one guy with the oil. All right, man, everybody got mad at me and said, I can't be the only nigga with oil. So I'm going to allow y'all to sell my oil. You know what I'm saying? Here, BP, you can sell some. You can sell. There's still a monopoly. They're just hiding behind different faces.
Yeah, make sure you bring my money back.
You know? Can someone look that up? JP Morgan and the oil monopoly? Or somebody speak it, I'll just look it up.
I wanted to, I'll finish this real quick. This is 2 Thessalonians 2:4. It says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. And that's Esau, man. All right. He pretty much, just like he do everything else, he studied the Most High, how he operates, how he does things, and now he's imitating it and doing it his own way. All right. The Lord created fruits and vegetables and things, you know, trees and all. Now here Esau comes in. All right. Well, shoot, we can create fruits too. We'll give you seedless watermelon. Now I go to fucking Sam's, and I was thinking about it. I go to Sam's, they got seedless watermelon every fucking where, man.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't really want to mess with it. And they like, oh, they not supposed to be seed. Oh, realizing just the seeded ones are better for your body because most people are getting into their health and things in these last days, I would say.
Yeah, you know why? Because the shit that they pumping out is killing you faster.
Exactly. Yep.
The niggas you ain't getting the nutrients, you weak, you dizzy, you getting tired. You know what I'm saying? Your body ain't functioning, so you naturally gonna start trying to get healthy. That's why, old people used to be eating liver and shit. Used to be like, God damn, nigga, why the fuck you eating that nasty ass shit? Taste like dirt, But it's because their health started to decline. They started focusing on what they started eating to stay alive and to be healthy and take care of their body. Jake is doing that at a younger age because Jake is dying of being old at a younger age.
Yep.
Niggas catching heart attacks at 30 and 40 years old. You know what I'm saying? Because not only because of the medicine, but also because of the food. Okay, that's within society. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Just to say that for the camera's sake. For copyright and medical.
The same medical information.
Yeah, the same medical information. I ain't telling y'all to do nothing. All right. But I was looking this up real quick. It says John D. Rockefeller. J.P. Morgan was a hand for the Rockefellers. Okay, he was a hand, all right, a cultural personality or a face. J.P. Morgan, even though he did a lot of shit, it was off the backings of the Rockefellers. All right, somebody can look that up. J.P. Morgan on the Rockefellers. But since John D. Rockefeller's Standard Oil Company became a near monopoly in the late 19th and 20th centuries through aggressive business practices and the formation of a trust. This dominance led to widespread criticism and ultimately the breakup of the Standard Oil Company by the Supreme Court in 1911. All right, and that's when they broke it all into smaller companies. It says criticism and public outcry. Critics like journalist Ida Tarbell documented Standard Oil monopolistic practices, highlighting its use of predatory pricing, secret deals, and with railroads, and because that's oil, railroads, all this was all associated with each other. Cause I think J.P. Morgan was the one who built the railroad, funding the building of the railroad. And when you get all into that, why is the railroad so damn important? Well, nigga, how the fuck I'm gonna get oil from over here to over there fast as fuck? Okay, so transport is the Mississippi River is important. That's north to south, and the railroads got you from east to west. That's why there's a railroad that it takes a week and you can hop on it, and they present it as a deal because really they don't need that fucking railroad anymore. So it's like they truly don't need it in how they needed it then. So now they want to use it as a tourist attraction. But that railroad was originally built to get from the east coast to the west coast. That's why it was blowing all them holes through the mountains using the Japanese to blow those holes in the mountains, man. Okay? Fucking them over. All right? It says highlight its uses of predatory pricing, secret deals with railroads, and other tactics to eliminate competition. This led to increased public pressure on the government to take action because Rockefellers was again funding the people making the railroads. So it's like, okay, I got this company. It's like funding the war. That's what, like I could fund this company, that company, but if I fund them, they'll take my oil and they'll work with me. It's like lining politicians' pockets up. You don't get that nigga by the neck and say, nigga, look, nigga, you gonna do what I tell you. They don't do that. They start lining your pockets up and put you in a place of living that only they can maintain long as they keep lining your pockets up, Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? And when you start acting up, they just take it away. All the moves you've been making because you've been getting all this money. Now you can't make them anymore. Pretty much you're gonna have to, it's like if you only making $100,000 a year, and then I come from nowhere and start giving you $2 million a year. Now you're gonna start making business moves based off the $2 million.
Yeah.
And then when you act up, I stopped taking the $2 million, and really you just still making that 500. And now you built this fucking business that needs to run off that $2 million a year. So now you stuck. Right? Now you gotta listen to them. And that's how these tycoon companies work. All right, I'm gonna build these railroads for you. It's on me, baby. You just gotta take my oil for life. Even when you're making that money and it's a burden on you now, you still gotta take it because I take my funding from you. You know what I'm saying? In some type of way. They did it with Harvard, I think it was Harvard and Stanford, when the Palestinians was protesting. You know what I'm saying? Them Amalekites said, I'm gonna take my funding. And them motherfuckers shut the hell up, man, with all that damn protest. The school made them shut the hell up. That is unconstitutional. That's not the American way. You got the right to protest. All right, but the people say, I'm gonna take my money, and made them in that school. They say, fuck the American way. I gotta keep the school open. So y'all gotta stop protesting. I'm gonna make it illegal in some type of way. All right, you'll be amazed at how many people are shut up based off the money that's being backed. Nick Cannon, like I said, Kanye West. That man went from billions. He went to from how the hell you go from a billionaire to a millionaire overnight and nothing happened to you?
You said something.
Because you said something. That's and everybody like, yeah, that's what you get, loud mouth, because you don't like what he say, but you need to get past that and realize there's people out there that could turn you from a billionaire to a millionaire at the blink of a decision. Not like you spent your money wrong. Kanye was so outlandish, he bought this, he bought that, and now he don't got no money. No, it was like, nah, nigga, I don't like what you said. Millionaire. Instantly, nigga. Nah. That should not be possible. Okay? That shows you that people are manipulating this society with the resources that they have. Alright? And it ain't like they went in Kanye's money to take it. It was a representation and the funding and the backing. They'll give you all that. They'll give you that sneaker deal. Okay? There's a lot of creative niggas out here in this world that can make some cold ass sneakers. There's a lot of creative people out here that can make things. It's just that, are you subservient? Do you listen? Will you go along? And do you have enough power to get this shit off? Because it's all about mass production, man. All right? Kanye could sell a lot of shit. He could get you to run. Even if he sells songs, he could get you to run and buy shoes. He could get you to vote. He could get you to do a lot. He could get a lot of niggas do a lot of shit. Niggas ride Kanye dick. Kendrick Lamar. Kai Cenat. All right? All that shit that nigga doing. And like that nigga walked up to him and tell him about Diddy or somebody. He was like, man, don't do that. You fucking with my image. You know? And these guys showing little kids how to. He's a big ass Caillou, man. He's just showing people how just to be a menace and not be a real product to society. What is this content show? Partying, having fun. Nigga just sit there idly and just get up and do a front flip on a computer set.
Like, what the
That's this is the type of behavior that they do. And I'm sitting there watching this shit. I'm like, bro, this nigga's a menace, bro. What is he teaching to you?
Exactly.
And he's the main pinnacle of a nigga. He don't have no special message for nobody. It's just all fucking networking, having fun, calling, living your best life. Yeah, it's all folly, man. Let's get that scripture. Folly, you know.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place.
Yeah, folly is set in great dignity. You know what I'm saying? And what else really applies to Esau, but hey, people like Constantine is that folly set in great dignity. Sexy Red, okay? All these people, there's a bunch of motherfuckers that can rap. All right, there's women in the industry that can rap. You know, even though I don't really listen to it, but like just being honest about a damn skill set. You know, somebody like 3D Nati, there's a bunch of little women that could fucking go crazy, but they got Sexy Red out there. Right. You know? Talking about Lulu women and shit. And dumbass shit like that. You know, because it's just a pack of Skittles for you niggas, man. You know, and they know a person like that sells.
Yeah, that's what it is right there, bro. The fact that she can be half naked, pregnant, and talking shit about her baby dad.
Yep.
Women gonna eat that shit up with honey and hot sauce on it, man.
Yep, it creates traffic, it creates business. You know what I'm saying? And once you start creating that business, they're gonna start taking their funding. That's why a lot of them niggas is going broke, because they really never had money. They'll just get punked. And that show you that these niggas, it's like, if I make a burger and I sell it and I get money from it, and then I become rich, I became rich off that burger. But if I sell a burger and the way I sell it is like, damn, man, I could really get this nigga to you know, he putting all kind of pig fat in there and the shit like that. Niggas getting dizzy, falling asleep behind this burger. They don't know why. I can use this nigga. I'm about to, nigga, I like your burger and sell you whatever dream, man. You're amazing. Here's this burger joint. You can put your face on it, all that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you 18 franchises. Your ass up in there. You doing your thing. You think you the man. And then when shit hits the fan, you know what I'm saying, or you do something and say, you know what? I want to make my own slaughter company. To hell with that meat that I was buying, because that meat really be killing people. I really didn't want to use that meat. I want to use good meat. What? All right, we're going to take our backing, bro. You got to use our meat, or no meat at all. Because really, that's the reason why they got you. You know what I'm saying? You can't be no sexy red and grow conscious.
Yeah.
You know?
No sovereignty of mind at all.
You can't do that unless you still marketing and bidding, doing the bidding of Esau, because Esau let you snoop line. He'll let your ass reinvent yourself and become a fucking, you know,
Meta world peace.
Long as your ass can keep pulling some of these dumbass niggas in to follow. Long as your notes of being a Pied Piper still draw a crowd, I'ma still fuck with you, man. You know.
I was thinking about that with NLE Chopper, because when he first came out, he was on the whole gangster rap thing, but then he reinvented his image and he became like conscious, but it was on some Islam shit. And it's like he kept, and then he reinvented his image again to like some freaky nigga shit. I'm like, why he keep on doing this? But it's to keep pulling people,
keep attraction.
Yeah.
Looking for that precept, man, to say something like, he would use you for a while, and once he's done, he will.
Yeah, I can't think of it. I can't think of it right now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's Esau, man. You know what I'm saying? And he'll use, just like he used resources and machines, he's gonna use humans the same way. He don't see a human and machine no fucking different, man. And he'll run a machine down into the ground, keep that motherfucker pumping, and just be dripping oil over that motherfucker. He handled the world like a woman handles a car. You know? Like he only get breaks when the rotor start grinding.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You only get an oil change when that motherfucker, you just run until it lock up and say, look,
Then you get a new one.
Yeah, you get a new one. Y'all gotta fix this. And they ain't gonna get a new car, they're gonna get a new engine from a nigga that they killed in the backyard. Took his engine. So you keep running this car because you don't got time to stop and get an oil change. That's how Esau run this world. He's just pulling oil out of the earth every fucking day, like the earth doesn't need that. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because he want mass. Now oil is to be used, all right? But damn, nigga, I didn't expect y'all to be hauling big ass fucking shipments of 100,000 Cadillacs across the Atlantic Ocean. I didn't expect you to do that. I just figured you a lighter torch or two, you know. But through mass industrialization, now you damn near need oil, all the oil in the earth. Okay, same thing with the land. You got land here. This land could this little stretch of land, this plot of land behind us, could damn near feed a good portion of the community. Okay, a good couple blocks, right? So they don't let that happen. You know what I'm saying? They give you grocery stores. Okay, overpriced shit. Like a nigga say, I gotta wake up. I gotta get these bills. You win slavery, man. You know. But you go, brothers, go ahead and get some precepts.
This is Ecclesiasticus. I'm gonna just go to 3. It says, "The rich man has done wrong, and yet he threateneth withal. The poor is
Yeah, he threatened with all. The rich man, I'll be fucking people over, then he'll talk shit on you, man. You know, like that's why scriptures tell you strive not with a man that is mightier than me. You know, because they can make the reality what they want it to be.
Yeah.
You know, like I was watching this one video. I think I sent it to y'all brothers with a Amazon driver. Guy got he mad as hell. They put him in cuffs. He's like, I can't talk with these cuffs on me. And then once you started talking, you start hearing the story like, God damn, bro. Like he like, man, pretty much he pulled up and he's supposed to, you know, he had his procedure. The woman didn't want to let him have that procedure as an Amazon driver. Something about taking a picture. I don't know exact details. But long story short, the dude was like, well, I can't give you this package because I got a way I gotta do it. And so she ran on the truck, got the package, and then took it off. Which we don't know if it's her package or not or anything like that. I don't know. But you can't go on no fucking let you go. Like you can't even I did security. If a male person drives up and they open that door, you cannot tell them let me look in there. That's a federal offense. You can't, like a security guard, a male dude rolls up and you can't check his vehicle. That's a federal offense. So if that's a federal offense, I'm not saying Amazon has the same level of prestige, but nigga, that's some type of offense if you can't just go into somebody's shit and take it, right? She does that. The husband comes out and get physical with the Amazon driver, but the nigga's in cuffs. The nigga's in cuffs. He's mad. And the police tell him, look, nigga, why are you yelling? Because I'm in cuffs and they ain't. Yeah. Well, I need you to calm down. You need to calm down. That's probably why you in cuffs. You see how they fucking flip it? Yeah. Then a nigga come up, so this is wrong. Nigga like, all right, take him off. No, they're supposed to be behind you to make sure you don't do nothing. It's like, well, what makes you think I'm doing this? Because you're aggressive. I'm aggressive because y'all got cuffs on me. Ain't no cuffs on them. This is the gaslighting of Esau. Okay, he does that with slavery, with racism. Okay, they'll sit there and tell you, Jake will sit there and say, man, I'm tired of you crackers. See, you racist. See, you racist. It's like, bro, my racism don't come with fucking lynchings and hangings. My racism don't have no track record that yours do. Yeah. Okay? I'm just an old nigga on the porch talking shit. I ain't the nigga in the back alley robbing your ass. Right. Okay? It's a big difference on somebody fucking with you. Yeah. I could take a nigga walking by a bitch ass nigga, man, fuck y'all niggas. I'll walk by, nigga, old bitch ass nigga, then the nigga hop on, wake up, nigga, I'm in my drawers and socks. Every fucking time I pass up that street, when I hear a bitch ass nigga from them, it means something. Mm-hmm. You know? But Esau like to play semantics. You use the same word. You do it like them. You racist. No, bro. Niggas say, I don't want you around me. Your ass started hunting niggas. Okay? A big difference.
That's probably why they start taking their ass out of New Mexico. You know, they cut the cameras on and say, look at them. They're pretty much, they're violent. They're savages. Esau cuts the camera on when it's convenient. You don't cut it on to show all the things that you've done to lead up to a situation. We
gotta get them precepts though.
You know,
this is Sirach 13:3. The rich man had done wrong, and yet he threateneth withal. The poor is wrong, and he must entreat also.
Yeah. So the rich man, when rich men, your Carnegies, you know, these guys fuck up, they get bailouts. They can mess up, and it's not a big deal. Okay. These people could just say and do anything. They could sit here and put out something and give the earth cancer, give the earth autism, and then tell you need to stop driving cars so much. Okay? They could sit here and have people dying from obesity, from the lifestyle that they created through their pseudoscience, and then tell you because you don't know how to, you know, cook certain foods, or you don't got access, that you are barbarian because you're poor. Okay, you created this poor and rich thing, all right, through your greed. A nigga that got everything and just want to sell it to everybody even though they don't got no money, and it was free from the get-go. You just tricked everybody out their spot. You know?
The poor is wrong, and he must entreat also.
Yeah, the poor is wrong, and he must entreat. He gotta, you know, when he's wrong, he gotta like beg. You know what I'm saying? He gotta get out that jam. But ain't nobody trying to hit no poor nigga, man. Okay, that's the difference. All right, because this society has come to the understanding that you're not a good person, you're not a smart person, you're not nothing if you don't have no money. Okay, that's where we're at now. And that there's smart people without money. A smart person wouldn't be chasing money because they know it's a rat race. All right, there's a lot of motherfuckers that's highly intelligent that live off the grid, man. Okay, that prefer to live a simple life.
I gotta get this, bro. It's Ecclesiastes 9:13. This wisdom have I seen also under the sun, and it seemed great unto me. There was a little city, and a few men within it, and there came a great king against it, and besieged it, and built great bulwarks around against it. Now there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city, yet no man remembered the same poor man. Then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard.
Yeah, there's a lot of niggas that created things, but the rich man gets the credit for it all. The king, when he walks up onto he puts his hands in the air before the crowd. This nigga won the war. You know. So when you create a computer, when your ass create Kool-Aid or whatever, you may have quenched everybody's thirst in America, but you ain't gonna get no credit for it. Nigga made that Kool-Aid, man. Wherever he at. Wherever you at, big dog. Yeah, I'm just scoffing, but there's a lot of things that poor people made and created that don't get credit for shit, man.
Somewhere here, it was made in Nebraska.
You know? Huh?
Kool-Aid was made in Nebraska.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It says, if thou be for his profit, he will use thee.
I know I came here for some reason.
I'm glad it brought you, brother.
Okay. All right. Something called me. I knew it was something.
It says, Ecclesiasticus 13:4, if thou be for his profit, he will use thee.
Yep, if you be for his profit. So if your ass got something of use, if you can cook, you can sing, you can jump, you can dance, they're going to use you.
Cause motherfuckers to follow your image, like you speaking about Kanye West.
Yep. You're a good general. You know what I'm saying? You're a good scout. Right?
But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee.
Yep. If you don't got nothing to offer, he don't need you. Fuck if you dying. Fuck if you need help. Okay? What are you going to give me? Well, I get out the deal. And as his king is, so is the people. Look at how the people think, man.
Bro,
what's in it for me, man?
It's just got completely worse. When one nigga was doing it, all right, we could get through this. But now everybody doing it.
Yeah, the standard is low level, man.
Lord got to hit the reset button, man.
Yep, because the whole tree is wicked. The tree of wickedness has taken root. And the roots are deep. Okay? Everybody acts like you can't trust nobody. Somebody, and you can't, even if a person want to trust you, they're not going to trust you because they don't know who to trust. That's how deep we in this bullshit, man.
Yeah.
You treat somebody good, oh, man, I got me one. Niggas like, I got me a sucker, man. This nigga give me a ride home. Why I'm going to buy me a car and he'll give me a ride home every day? Yeah. This is the society we live in. And niggas do it on a fucking regular, man. Yep. You know? To the point where program is all over us, to the point that even we do it within the gospel. You think about yourself. And you got to, and it's the gospel that pulls us out of that frame of thinking. Pretty much this place allows you to be complacent and living as a natural brute beast on a low level. But when you get to the rich level, they ain't living like that. Them niggas disciplined and shit. You know what I'm saying? They telling you, yeah, you spend your 30 on the credit, They're disciplined within their society. They allow the poor to be natural brute beasts in this society. And if through all that you come up, you prove yourself worthy to be a part of their group to be used. Okay? Because in this society, you really gotta have a lot of fucking focus, a lot of discipline to not fall to the wiles of the devil in this society, man. Because even prophets fall to it. Okay? Even prophets fall to it. You know what I'm saying? And Jake be all into all kind of shit, battling every day, but we overcome through the spirit of the Lord because we don't die. We be as pilgrims upon earth with that bullshit. You know, it ain't like us Israelites are not living like the Amish. All right? There's some Jakes out here with some slim fit pants on. There's some Jakes out here that hit clubs up. There's some Jakes out here that be eating shitty food. I'll say jump to my brothers in the truth. And they ain't wicked. They're not wicked at all, man. It's just that it's all around us. You know, Jake out here play video games. Jake out here to go to sporting events. All right, box, kickbox, rollerblade. You know, Jake be all into all kind of folly in this society, and it's the same bread and circuses that keep niggas in the world distracted. We just dabble in it. All right, but it's still a distraction in itself. Okay.
So 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 19 says, while they promised him liberty, yet they themselves are the servants of corruption, for of whom a man is overcome, the same is he brought in bondage.
Yep. So you know what I'm saying? If pretty much you got to have discipline to be able to break away from things. And a stoic man or a spiritual man wouldn't know how to do that every time. You got to know how to say no. You got to have discipline. Let me get up. Right? Babylon will whoop your ass and make you feel like I got to lay down. You know what I'm saying? You'll go to work. Oh, man, I'm tired. Let me sit. All right, now let me get up and take care of my family. But it's fucked up because we talked about it last week. That's how you should be taking care of your families by the sweat of your brow. By the sweat of our brow, we're taking care of Esau, and then he keeps us alive and long enough. Yeah, most definitely. Huh?
Read that again. Now, this 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 19. It says, while they promised him liberty, they themselves are the servants of corruption, for of whom a man is overcome, the same is he brought in bondage. You go ahead, I'll let you get it. You know, and that's just like the brother was saying, you know, and it's really just the dynamic that's put out there for everybody to follow. You have to follow a certain way of life. You know, you have to, like you mentioned, a beautiful point. I see many a post on it. You know how you're doing all this work, and to the point where it's like when you get off, now you just want to relax and you just want to sit there and be stationary. And that's what most of the world does. So they get off of work, most of the time they just want to sit down. We feel the same way.
I told y'all, man, I get off, I sit down, I doze off, then I wake up and I ain't really got like to want to get things done. You know what I'm saying? It's like, here it is, I'm deciding if I should choose to work early in the morning or overnight. Seemed like I had more energy when I was working overnight, you know? But that's what it is. It's just because it's constant beating, man. That's this system in society taught you that's success. That money is success, man.
Yeah, oppression makes a wise man mad. You know what I'm saying? Well, I jumbled it, but oppression can fuck you up, man. You know what I'm saying? Pressure from above, pressure from below. Can somebody get that term? Sure. Oh yeah, no, I quoted that right. You know what I'm saying? Because like scripture say, oppression maketh a wise man mad. Let's get that Ecclesiastes 7:7. You know, it and let's get that word mad. That's what I want to get before we go into the breakdown of it.
This is Ecclesiastes, Ecclesiastes 7 verse 7. It says, "Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart." And getting into that word "mad," it goes into the Hebrew word "halal," which says to shine, figuratively of the Most High's favor, to flash forth light, to praise, boast, be boastful, to be praised, to make praiseworthy, to be commended, to act madly, act like a madman, to make a fool of, make into a fool.
Yep. So to be made into a fool, you know what I'm saying? So oppression can make you look stupid, you know, in a way. You know what I'm saying? Oppression can make you look like you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You know, they'll do it. They do these humiliation things, you know, to celebrities like Cat Williams, man. Nigga, totally funny. But once they just gonna keep sending you to jail. Look at him. Got you fucking picture all looking stupid and shit. You know, you getting sued over here, sued over there. Then you get the guys that's the analysts. You know, your Stephen A's. He's way off the weed. He's probably on all kind of woo woo. And then you get the people just saying shit. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing is like the bulk of these niggas been doing half the shit. Diddy been doing what the fuck he been doing? Diddy been doing that? Oh, baby all bubble baths, man. You know, then he been doing that shit. It's just that they say, okay, you trying to open up these TVs and these Ciroc and not Ciroc, because that was that funny. But once he started, I forget what he tried to start doing. But Jake started trying to get on his own. Y'all want to get black people, you know. Talking about, I don't drink Ciroc, I drink Perrier Jouet. We ain't get through to you niggas yet. And all that shit, trying to get your own pen, they gonna cut your throat. You know, Jay-Z probably the one that set him up, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he seemed like the old boy off of Django.
He seemed like the gatekeeper, man, to all that shit, man. You know? And he already had a past of doing that shit, man. Mm-hmm. You know? There's a lot of, and the Esau love niggas like that. A talented nigga that everybody, all the other talented niggas rave over and follow under. Esau love them type of niggas, because all you need to control is that one nigga, man. You got control of the rest of the splinter cell niggas, and then those niggas control the masses. They see all around that champagne, that dumbass head bob, and all these niggas got fucking. Remember that video? He had that salmon suit. That salmon is salmon. And he had what? They had Diddy there. They had fucking what's your boy name? The boxer, Devin Haney. He was up in that, you know, Tank be around a nigga that I don't know if that exact name, but they had, you know, Meek Mills. They had a bunch of Kevin Hart, and he giving a speech and shit. And Jay-Z like, I'm just here. Like, I don't really want to be here, but I gotta be here to make sure y'all niggas together, to let them know I got y'all niggas together, so I get back to doing whatever the fuck I'm doing. You know, Jay-Z don't fucking with them niggas, man. You could tell. He all into whatever demonic shit he's into. Okay? All them niggas freaky and shit. He probably ain't even freaky like that. He probably just like killing shit or doing some other demonic shit. You know, y'all niggas ain't even in it the right way. Like, he mad. Y'all nigga came in for the fucking baby. Oh, that's dumb shit. Like that's so fucking first year. Y'all still having these orgies in so first year.
He deep in the cuts with it.
Yeah, he got fucking slave. He got motherfuckers in basements and shit, inebriated.
Right now.
Right now. Listen to his music, that same dumbass look before you get down on him. Like, making him listen to his new music. You're like, listen to it. Don't listen.
You're looking at him.
Yeah, looking at him with that look, that dumbass look.
Ah, shit.
You gotta listen to the track. You gotta listen to a whole album. This nigga got albums unreleased that his sex slaves gotta listen to before performing. Yeah.
Talking about Jay-Z.
Yeah. You know, but them niggas are high level demons. They're warlocks, man. All them niggas is sorcerers and warlocks.
And that's. Can I read this real quick, bro?
Yeah, and can you get that what is it? Go to your monthly clock. Now prognosticators, you know, the sorcerers.
It says, Ecclesiasticus 13:4, if thou be for his profit, he will use thee, but if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee.
Yep.
If thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yea, he will make thee bear and will not be sorry for it.
Yeah, look at like Fetty Wap. Nigga needed Fetty Wap, man. After that, like, man, nigga ain't got shit. Look at that they do NFL players. You don't even gotta be good. It's just, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Shador let you know, like, I'm fine beat to my own drum. Oh yeah, the beat of your own drum, huh? Let's see where you gonna be drumming at, nigga. On a bench, never to be found. I ain't gonna do enough to make it blatant, cause I'm the devil. You gotta make it seem like they, you know.
I gotta deceive him.
Yeah. Can you read that end part again, Papa Shah?
It says, he will make thee bear and will not. He will make thee bear and will not be sorry for it.
Yeah, so he's gonna drain you, he's gonna deplete you. And he don't care. Niggas, they do it on a low level.
It helps him sleep at night.
They tell him, look, man, can you stay over? Can you come tomorrow? And he be like, nah, man, I got, you know, but it's money. It's like, bro, I gotta spend the money. If I'm over here all the time, the fuck I'm gonna spend it. If y'all keep trying to keep me here,
Jay-Z will be
you know?
here.
Yeah.
Jay-Z's coming.
He pop out.
That nigga HR got them listening to his track. Yeah, Jay-Z.
You just go visit HR. You go through there, the door creaking and shit. You just see him. Welcome.
Yeah, that's the alchemy music. Yeah,
That's the look you was talking about. I got that preset you called for. So Isaiah chapter 47, verse 12. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
Yeah, so from your lies, from your propaganda that you use, Big Bang Theory, we come from apes, your pseudoscience, your celebrities telling you, go fuck this dude, go make this money, don't settle down, fuck up the family nucleus, fuck up your money, don't have no future, just live in the moment. That's pretty much music. Got the movies we went over a couple weeks ago on how, matter of fact, let's get that because we ain't go over that list. The military budget funding that funds movies, all right, and the amount of movies that's pushed by the military to have your ass like all the fucking jets flying over fucking football stadium. That wasn't a thing. The reason why they do all that, the reason why the national anthem and all that is in them sporting events is for recruiting people in the military. That wasn't a thing. You know what I'm saying? Specifically with the jets and all that flying over the stadiums and all that. They didn't do all that shit. They just did that to start recruiting and get niggas to be more patriotic. You know? And that's why they got mad at Colin, because he was affecting that. Esau set that thing up for a specific reason, and Colin came and started fucking with it. You know? Kneeling at the time when he was trying to get them to be patriotic, and the reason he had them kneeling, had niggas stepping everybody started stop looking at the clouds and marveling at the signs of heaven. They started looking at what was really going on. Colin had them break, damn, niggas do be dying, bro. Like, fuck that shit. Yeah. And it stopped you from wanting to be as patriotic. It ain't like this nigga single-handedly, but he was affecting one of their many layers of deception and sorcery.
And that's the thing. When more people started to join in, it got bigger and bigger. But then they stopped because they motherfuckers start getting fined and this and that. And that's where the power that Esau holds comes in. That he will sit there and start picking y'all off. But if you do everything, if everybody stick together on it, what the fuck he gonna say? Fuck it, we ain't no sports then. You know what I'm saying?
And like Dave Chappelle's original intent, and he said it himself. I don't know if he followed it, but he said, if they give you more money than you worth, don't take it. And that's what Esau does a lot, man. That's giving these NFL players millions and millions of dollars to play football. No, these niggas need about 150.
Yeah, look at that.
You know,
Weak as hell.
them niggas be dumb as hell, bro. Like in real life, all they know is football. But I get it. But they be even dumb in that area. They're just some athletic specimens that are used to long as you can fill them stadiums up. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be saying some dumb shit. Like you put these niggas on podcasts, a lot of them are dumb as hell. They don't have no awareness of what's really going on. You know? And these, I'm like, damn, how this nigga made it through college? Ain't nigga. Somebody did his work. Ain't no nigga. Terrell Suggs did not. Terrell Suggs did not go in that motherfucker. You know, like a Peyton Manning, I could see. You know, Patrick Mahomes. You know, some niggas like Josh Allen don't look like a nigga that passes classes. I ain't gonna lie. That nigga look like a fucking crash out.
Yeah,
You know, he looked like he was at the fucking fraternity parties, fucking shirtless,
everything,
running around. 8 white bitches in a room,
putting his hand in the pill bowl and shit.
Yeah, hand in the pill bowl. Got pictures that nobody know about. That's fucking public like a motherfucker. You know, like these niggas be dumb as hell, but they're useful. Okay, they're useful. But they ain't worth that much. These niggas ain't worth no fucking millions. You worth what you sell. You worth what you get out the gate. You know.
Then they got their bonuses. Oh well, if you do this, then this can, and then you remind me of the movie Willie Beeman, Any Given Sunday.
Yeah, nigga getting them shots and
that,
shit.
Yeah, nigga was willing to die to get that bonus.
Yep.
Like,
because that's money that you don't deserve. That they make you do what they want you to do.
Yep.
That's what Turkey said. He'll give you bonuses for getting knockouts. Instead of fighting and being safe, he wants you to go in there and scramble your shit. So he give you a bonus.
He don't want to see boxing. He want to see fighting, pretty much.
Yeah,
that's what he was talking about. Trying to get Crawford. He trying to get Crawford out of get in his head, rather. Talking about standing there and like let the niggas box. You can fight how you fight.
Yeah, if anybody was in that position, they'll do the same thing every boxer would do. Go in there and lead the cleanest as possible and get your bread.
Yeah.
And I'm that dumbass nigga, I'm gonna do this for the fans. Like, I don't know none of these niggas out there. None of them. In my hospital, ain't none of them gonna come and visit me. You know? I'm gonna do it for the fans. Any nigga with common sense is like, shit, fuck them niggas. How to get this bread. Anybody with common sense, but a fan, you need to be. They got this, it's like a nigga woman with a man. They got this image of how they want you to present yourself and they want you to do it, but they'll never do it themselves. You know, that's kind of world we live in, where it just drain the fuck out you, drain all that, everything that's good and what you can do, and use it, and they weaponize it for their own good. Okay.
With the rest of these precepts?
Yeah, I'm sure.
So, Isaiah 47 and 12, it says, "Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries."
Yeah, your music industry, your science, your Netflix, your World Geographic, your bum ass documentaries that you be lying about, your education. All right, what's cool, what's not cool, your fashion. Esau has no fucking fashion, but it's somehow that he tells you what's cool and not cool. You know, like it should be cool for you to be a stoic person and have self-control, but they make it that you cool. You a cool nigga because you come out the nigga with the fucking pants and dragging all that's what he made cool. You know, and it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? They had the fucking niggas out trying to out-cool each other. Nigga was sagging. The other nigga started sagging down to his knees. The other nigga just fucking tied his fucking his pants
his ankles,
to his ankles and just was dragging his pants like from yards behind him. Like nigga, like you know that's pretty much Esau created a dumbass standard. Where in real life it's not smart. Real cool shit is being around your kids and having taking care of your home, doing shit, having a garden and your garden's big as a motherfucker. Having kids and your boy's a boy and your girl's a girl. Okay? Like having the intelligence to actually produce things towards life. Okay? All these niggas, all the coolest niggas have no life skill. Okay? BDLs, you know, you got fucking ruby in the middle of your fucking forehead. Like that's nothing productive to life. There's nothing that a nigga can handle. That's all you got. Fucking videos and shaking your ass. You know what I'm saying? Or dancing. When your ass stripped like that movie Triangle of Sadness, put them motherfuckers on that island and you really gotta survive. A lot of Lil Uzi Vert wanted to know what the fuck to do. Kanye wouldn't know what the fuck to do. He had to go get plastic surgery to lose weight. That nigga ain't gonna know how to live. He can't stop eating. You know, there's a lot of these motherfuckers that don't know how to function in real life. They just pay for the function. They don't know how to clean. They don't know how to cook. They don't know how to do none of that. They just pay for it. You know, don't know how to dress. So you got a alphabet man dressing you, man. Your ass walking in NBA. Debo Samuel's stupid ass. Big body ass wearing them. Them niggas playing with your stupid ass, man.
Tight ass V-neck on you.
The moment you drop them passes, you starting to drop them. You see what they sent your ass at. You got one more time. If you don't draw nobody with these outfits, because if you drop the balls, the people are not going to be attracted unless your outfit supersedes your playmaking ability. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. Some niggas do that. 2 Chainz, that nigga dumbass shit antics surpassed his rap. So now he can live off of that. And that's like the brother said, they keep reinventing themselves. It's because they're trying to keep themselves relevant, to keep pulling the metrics. They don't want to get thrown out to the side. Alright? These niggas ain't talented. They're just willing to do whatever to keep that money coming. Oh, he's a philanthropist. He's a man of many talents. Yo, nigga, you willing to do anything.
He wants you to get your Bobby Shmurda on, man.
Yeah, your Kevin Hart, man.
Yep.
You know, you gotta act like you gotta get that. You gotta do what Bobby Shmurda did. Kevin Hart do that every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? Running around fucking. He'll be whatever. That nigga, he into sports betting. That nigga into fucking comedy. He's a serious guy. Now he's a mentor. I'm looking at him, this nigga around constantly. I'm like, what is you? Are you grooming these niggas? What the fuck is you doing around these young ass kids, man?
Yeah, doing more than that.
Like in the room with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sweating and shit. It's stupid.
Yeah, Dan, like you're doing shit with him. Like you you talking like he a true gatekeeper. Niggas just said it and nobody bat an eye. You know what I'm saying? R. Kelly. They look how they did to R. Kelly. R. Kelly been doing that shit, man. R. Kelly's been wilding out. There were skits. Dave Chappelle, we laughing at him. Keep keying.
Boondocks and shit.
Then as soon as they get tired of your ass, oh, it's for real now. Let's be serious about this R. Kelly thing. We got to get rid of him. Now people just did it because the bulk of them are women and they're stupid. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. No, Jake should have been wrote that nigga off. As soon as you see that nigga peeing on, man, we ain't fucking with my shit. You should have been wrote that nigga off. Why you gotta wait on Esau to say, man, this nigga's bad? Yeah, he's bad. When a rich man speaks, everybody hold up their tongue, man. Yeah. That's all it is. And then we see you niggas as clowns. Yeah. You know, I'm not saying like R. Kelly ain't no different from Kevin Gates. You know? All them niggas is wicked. Them niggas is doing shit, bro. All the niggas at the top is doing shit. Like niggas say, the worst people is rich people because there's nobody to tell them stop. And there's nothing to stop them. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I raped your daughter. Here's some money. Here's $2 million. You know what I'm saying?
My bad.
And if you don't like that, I'll just pay for lawyers and say you did this, did that. You know? Hollywood, how they doing these little actor kids, man. All them kids fucked up. Nobody say nothing. Everybody know it happens. Macaulay Culkin, the Olsen twins, J.D. Smith. You know, like Disney kids are weird. I wonder why. You know, the most child-friendly place to go. They come out fucked up. The most traumatized.
They had that whole thing that came out with Nickelodeon and all them kids that was on there. The nigga that was running the shows had them doing all type of weird stuff behind the scenes, messing with their feet and shit. There's a whole scandal.
Yup, the motherfuckers be doing because it's all a bunch of sorcery. All it's a lot of witchcraft. Y'all niggas, they got y'all not to believe in the Bible while they ain't doing. I was about to say Mexican enchantments. You know what I'm saying? That shit was weak as hell.
Weak as hell. That had no impact.
They go blocked up.
Shit came back. You gotta run that back.
Yeah.
You gonna scoff, nigga. Shit, weak as hell.
So you got to say it anyway. You shouldn't even have to get our.
You got it right here.
Yeah.
You know.
When you at the red light, man.
Green light.
Green light gangsters.
Welcome back.
Isaiah chapter 47, verse 12. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
Yeah, they labor hard, man. All the way to this day, they're still laboring. Okay, go ahead.
It says, if so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels.
You see, they're weary every day. You know what I'm saying? They trying to tell you, science have shown, studies have shown. It's like, God damn, nigga.
Y'all niggas do a lot of experiments.
Don't eat lettuce. Eat lettuce. Don't eat lettuce. Eat lettuce. It's like, what the fuck? You know? Like, this shit is exhausting, man. You gotta, Bill Gates saying, we gotta, can't be 67 shots. We need more than 67 shots, and we need to put it directly in the kids in the womb. It's like, God damn, bro. Like, fuck, bro. This. Now, next thing you know, they're gonna be trying to put something in every single sperm cell in your ball sack. They're gonna try to go straight for your ball sack after a while. Niggas gonna have to get sterilized. When you born, they're gonna have to inject something into your scrotum to ensure your kids grow up a certain way. That's how Esau is weary in the multitude of his counsel, trying to go out of space and shit. What's out there that you need to go and get? For real, like, nigga, you couldn't even walk this whole earth in a lifespan. What the fuck is you doing?
I seen this damn article. I didn't even read it. I said, I'm not clicking on that shit. No, it was a brother that he put a screenshot, I think. I don't know. But it said scientists have found another universe being created 5 light years away. I said, I'm not about to read this shit. Y'all don't know what the fuck is going on. Go sit your ass down. Go cure cancer.
Yeah, you got cancer right here beating your ass, and your ass looking at the universe 5 light years away. But they won't tell us about, y'all need to worry about black on black people. They'll tell us that. But you looking at the shit light years away, and you got cancer kicking your ass. Man. Fucking hypocrite. You can look at it. You can look at a universe, nigga dying behind you. Oh, your ass in the telescope. Nigga is looking dumb as hell. Nosy. Busybody and other men's matters, man.
Right.
You know, always trying to find out somebody else's shit and ain't tending to yours. You know?
It says thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee.
Yeah, all your witches, your warlocks, your scientists. You know, ain't no theory ain't no sexy red song gonna bring down a chariot. That's the reality. So all that shit that y'all trying to stir up and trying to manipulate it and use your sorcery to get people to move a certain way, when that chariot come, nigga ain't gonna, you know, 50 Cent, all that shit gonna go out the fucking window. You know, how many stats that Jerome Bettis had and Bo Jackson, who was faster, and nigga ain't gonna, you see one chariot, one wave of concentrated heat just tear a whole block up. Your ass is not gonna be thinking about, oh man, I'm not putting the new Weezy album. Fuck. Now I ain't gonna never see I ain't gonna never see the Browns win the Super Bowl or some shit like that. Goofy ass shit like that. Like, no, bro, you ain't gonna be worried about that shit. You have to be worried about living, life and death.
Yep.
You know?
And it's coming soon, man. Reality's at the door, but eventually that shit's gonna kick it down. Like, you're gonna have to face it, man.
Yeah, let's close it out with that precept in 2nd Ezra chapter 9. As the end is manifest. You know?
2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 5. For like as all that is made in the world at the beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
It means that it's brought to a reality. It's plain to see. It ain't a theory. It ain't hearsay. It's gonna be a reality. Like it's hearsay. You kind of hear the grumblings of the status of America and all that, but you're gonna start seeing. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see America get ran off on live news. See a politician get punched in the back of the head by a random Russian or Afghani nigga. You know? You're gonna see that. It ain't gonna be just like, oh man, they ceasefire. Niggas are starting to come and tell you, man, fuck that ceasefire. The end is manifesting, man. It's the closer we get, the more blatant it's gonna get, the more it's gonna manifest. You know? America really ain't they just got the air, the eagle. Okay? They control the air. You know what I'm saying? They really don't have any ground troops like that. Especially nowadays. The patriotism has dropped. Y'all niggas operating drones now. You know what I'm saying? Flying jets. So once that battle hit the ground, a lot of these niggas ain't gonna be ready. You know? I watched that movie 28 years later. He had his son and he showed him that boy get hit shit from a distance. Dead in the head. That fucking zombie was on his ass. That boy was missing. Trying to get that shit off. That nigga was still coming. Can't function. A lot of niggas can't function under that pressure, man. Y'all like to play shooting around, ping, 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 ping. You know? Let you hear your woman scream in the background. Ah! That shit gonna fuck you up, nigga. All that ping, ping. That shit gonna go out the way. You ain't actually gonna turn to John Wick. Your ass gonna start shaking, trying to put them fucking bullets in because you scared to die, nigga. Yeah. That's the reality. That's why them Afghanis, motherfuckers in the Middle East was tearing them Americans up because they wasn't scared. They were willing to die behind their country.
Yep. They get them niggas in there around 11, 12.
Yep. They were talking about how the boys was he says amazing that these people, they were so nice and they're so chill, but that's all they know is fighting and fucking.
Yeah.
That's the only two things they knew. You know what I'm saying? Like I fight for my country. They had to fight to get here. The revolution, the niggas that came in America had to fight to get here. Mm-hmm. Your ass stole to get here. Yeah. There's nothing to fight for. You stole it. Yeah. You know? Yeah. Like I've never seen too many niggas that be cheating and get caught, that be beating the other nigga ass. I don't give a fuck how big that nigga is. You automatically at a mental fucking disadvantage because you know you guilty. You know what I'm saying? You know you don't deserve this. You know you can't fight. You know you ain't willing to die behind this. This all these niggas got. You know, their country actually takes care of them because they're Arabs and all that. They actually, you know, so they
have culture. They have a real standard, man.
And they're willing to really die behind it. That's why America tried to create the school system to replicate that, but it just doesn't do it because you're still a whole ass nigga. That country actually, that's them. Arabs, governing Arabs, keeping the culture of Arabs. So everything like, you don't gotta walk outside and say, man, it's the Sabbath, but damn, bro. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Boy, I don't know it's the Sabbath. These people don't know it, and then you gotta walk around and be disrespected, but at the same time live in the country. No, you go to Afghanistan, nigga, when it's prayer time, they put that shit on all the speakers. Everybody get down, do they fucking thing. They ain't like that over here. You can see with the fucking boxers, man. Look how Mexico get behind their boxers. Let Afghanistan have a boxer. It'll be a wrap. That nigga was good. Oh shit. That nigga was in the crowd. That nigga, you know,
haze and shit.
Yeah. You know, like them Irish. You know, that shit loud as hell. Mm-hmm. Nigga, the U.S. just do it just to let you know they the U.S. in this building. That's the only reason. That's the only reason why that shit resonates to say, nigga, we strong. But they ain't really united. Babylon ain't united. Babylon is the most divided it's ever been. You got motherfuckers in the military that don't even like each other, man.
Yep.
In the same fucking military, and they be pissing on. I did a video how dude came from World War. Came from war, had medals, and they all had to lay down when they got back, and Edomite pissed on him. Like, this nigga fought for your country. This is how you welcome him back.
Oh, damn.
Like, no, there's this stuff that happened. That man grew up. That man had kids. What you think the fuck he told them kids, man? And the millions of other Jakes that felt like that. The million other Arabs that stay here. The Japanese that stay here. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, Esau ain't running this country. They're just all in these prestigious spots. But they're not the ones on the machines. They're not the ones driving them buses. All right? They're not the ones in the kitchen flipping that shit. They're not even the motherfuckers that's under the fucking in a microscope under the lab, you know, creating the shit. You done got so damn lazy, man. In the same way Rome fell, it's gonna be the same way America's gonna fall. Being too involved and trying to control all these other nations because of what they could benefit you. And your ass gets spread too thin. They're economically spread too thin. You got too many Arabs, too many East Indians in your fucking hospitals. You got too many Chinese in your hospitals as your doctors. You know what I'm saying? You had too many immigrants, but now you're trying to get them out. AI is going to be your new. They're trying to replace people with AI before the people get too powerful. You know what I'm saying? So watch these robots start popping up. You're gonna see a fucking big ass robot picking apples. You know? And that's gonna let everybody know, man. That's fucked up. That's fucked up to sit there and have a boat yard and have robot boats, robot tanker pullers pulling. Like that's the people that built this country, man. You know, did all that fucking singing and shit. You know, did all that stomping, boating and shit, and you just say, you know what, y'all niggas cost too much.
And that's the, bro, that's what I was thinking. It's like, you bringing these robots, okay, cool, make my job easier, but don't let it take my job. You know what I'm saying? Off the strength of, like, y'all niggas cost too much.
And it's an oxymoron. You need to produce a lot of shit so people can consume it, and then you need to sell it to them. But if there's nobody to buy it, how did you know? But that's when they're gonna create the system so they can keep the fucking machine turning without having to worry about how people feel about it. So they're gonna give you them rations. I'm gonna keep producing these things.
Yeah, because if it's digital, it's just like in the bank. That's why everybody can't go to the bank and get their cash out because all that cash ain't in there. It's just zeros and ones. So if it's on that chip, it's zeros and ones.
You don't own nothing. Like I said, you'll own nothing and you'll love it. You know, you don't own your money, but when you have cash, you low key have some type of ownership of it because you can put it in your pocket and say, nah, give me my money out the bank. You know what I'm saying? But you can't do that no more. You know, you can't. They call it a run on the bank. You know what I'm saying? But they're trying to get it to the point that they control all the assets, all the resources.
Yeah.
Okay, and you got to go to them, and you got to function a certain way.
That's how they.
God forbid, whatever that function is not going to be to your liking. They don't give a fuck about you. Yeah. Right? Your ass play these fucking video games. Them. If it ain't a hard copy, they're stopping the hard copy. They're programming to where this gonna stop working after a while. You go on iTunes, you like this is your favorite song. They can just take that shit off, and you'll never hear that song again. Yeah. That song could be pumping. I've had playlists. And I'll be going through a playlist and I'll be like, this song black, this song cut off, this song. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
When this song got cut off, why would they take this song off? You know? They could just take all Kanye shit off from Spotify. All Kanye shit off of iTunes. Just like that. You'll never know about Kanye again.
They already did, well, not all his stuff, but they did that recently with a couple of his songs. That was like, it was wild, but they was coming against the fake J's. And they took them off of all streaming services.
Yeah, they could do that, but you can have that shit on there, and that's a historical song. Everybody, just imagine it. Everybody know. See, give me money. Everybody know that shit.
Yeah.
And then they just take that shit off of the face of the earth. That's crazy. There's no existence. There's no hard copies. There's no nothing because you never had the ability to keep it. Mm-hmm. Everything avenue that you used to use it was an avenue that they allowed it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is now, through streaming. You know, all your content, everything is on the cloud. And they can say, you know what, man, I don't like that no more. We're going to eliminate that. That's not real. You know what I'm saying? That's like going to a party, and then a nigga Men in Black you, and then take that shit out your memory. You know? That's some extreme, absolute power corrupts absolutely, man. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to have everything, your memory, your emotions, what you eat, what's good, what's bad. They try to control everything. All right, and that's why the Lord's going to ultimately destroy them, because they're playing the Nimrod of the world, man. Okay, trying to group everybody together. They're trying to play God. They're trying to challenge the Most High, building their tower to the heavens. All right, but the Lord's going to, like He said, they shall build, but I will throw down. Okay, that's why He called them the border of wickedness. With that being said, give all praises
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Wakar Kodash.
of our honest apostles who are elders who rule well. Blessings and salutations to you brothers out there teaching in the truth and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.